The 2022 Bekkum Award winner, Dr Jeremy Abramson, joins us now. Dr Abramson, you won the award for a new study looking into the use of Lisocabtagne maraleucel, or Liso-Cel, as a second-line treatment for patients with large B-cell lymphoma. Why was it important to look more at the impact that Liso-Cel therapy could have in these patients?
Diffuse large B-cell lymphoma is the most common lymphoma in Europe and worldwide, and approximately 1/3 of patients will develop relapsed or refractory disease. The long-standing standard of care of second-line platinum-based chemotherapy, followed by high-dose chemotherapy and autologous transplant for chemotherapy-sensitive patients, cured approximately half of patients in the pre-rituximab era. But contemporary studies in the modern era show that this approach cures only about 20% of patients. Further, patients with primary refractory disease or disease relapsing within 1 year have particularly poor outcomes with this standard of care. We therefore sought to evaluate Lisocabtagne maraleucel, or Liso-Cel, an anti-CD19 CAR T-cell product with encouraging efficacy and safety in the third-line or later setting as second-line therapy in patients with early relapsed or primary refractory large B-cell lymphomas.
How extensive was the study?
The TRANSFORM study is a randomized international phase 3 trial comparing Lisocabtagne maraleucel to standard of care as second-line therapy in patients with relapsed or refractory large B-cell lymphoma. Eligible patients had to be considered transplant eligible and have primary refractory disease or large B-cell lymphoma which relapsed within 1 year of initial treatment. 184 patients were randomized to either Liso-Cel or standard of care. And at this EBMT meeting, we are presenting our pre-specified interim analysis of the TRANSFORM trial.
What were the main findings and what does this mean for treatment?
Our study clearly demonstrated superior efficacy of Liso-Cel over the standard of care. We met our primary endpoint of superior event-free survival with a stratified hazard ratio of 0.349. Liso-Cel also improved overall and complete response rates, progression-free survival, and had a trend in favor of overall survival. Liso-Cel was also well tolerated with very low rates of severe cytokine release syndrome and neurologic toxicities, and was associated with favorable quality of life as measured by patient-reported outcomes. We believe these are practice-changing data, demonstrating that Liso-Cel should be preferred to the historic standard of care as second-line treatment for patients with early relapsed or refractory large B-cell lymphomas.
And finally, what does winning this award mean to you?
I'm extremely grateful to the EBMT for recognizing our work with the high honor of the Bekkum Award. I share this honor equally with all of my hardworking co-investigators, and also want to recognize all of the patients and families who participated in this important study seeking to cure more patients with relapsed or refractory large B-cell lymphoma. The true honor really belongs to them.